Damn, that game flew by. The question about edge guarding, I noticed that more experienced players, when they're edge guarding, sometimes they're positioning themselves in a different place. I'll see a players like sometimes they'll stand on top of the ledge, maybe they're throwing out some down tilts, try to two frame their opponent at the end of their recovery. But I was watching, like, I think Nairo in particular, but some players do kind of a more proactive style of edge guarding where they hang out on the ledge in anticipation of their opponent recovering low.
Mm.
And as the opponent nears the stage, that edge guarding player kind of lets go of the ledge, stuffs their opponent with some aerial attack, and then just scurries back to the stage.
Mm.
So I guess the question I have is, when I have successfully launched my opponent off stage, I hope to get there during this session. So we'll see see if we can get you reeling. As you're reeling or tumbling away from stage, what should be on my mind when I'm deciding like where I want to be? What should I be thinking about?
It really depends on how far you send me off stage. Because if we have to race to the ledge and you throw yourself off stage to like run off as fast as you can and try and get it down there right before I grab the ledge, that's probably a bad idea. So if you think I'm going to grab the ledge as you get to the ledge, then you should go for a ledge trap. If I'm miles off stage, and let's say you're going from center stage to the ledge, no problem, and I have to use my double jump and my up B or side B to make it back, and you have a ton of time to set up and stand at the ledge first, then you can jump off stage if it calls for that in the situation. It also depends on the character that you're fighting against as well, because some characters, it's not even worth trying to ledge trap or edge guard them because they just are too fast, or they have multiple jumps, or their recovery lasts way too long and they can stall you out. Now you have to recover because you just couldn't catch them. A character like that would be like Meta Knight.
Sheik feels tough for me sometimes.
Yep, Sheik can be there. I was going to say Inkling. Villager, kind of, because like his recovery is not necessarily fast, but you have to absolutely,
it's just deceptively hard to, you have to really have a plan going in.
But yeah, then there's other characters too, like I'll say Cloud or Chrom, Pyramithra or Mario, where it's pretty straightforward, or Fox and Falco, same thing, pretty straightforward as to if they have no jump or if they have to go from a low position. It's very obvious as to where they're going to go, and they can't like hang out with like 6 jumps off stage or something like that.
That makes sense. So Roy without his double jump, like I'm gonna hang off the ledge and post up because I know where I'm gonna see him. I'll see him, right down here, and then boom.
Even then, I probably
the other way.
I probably wouldn't even do that against Roy. What I would do is I'd actually stand at the ledge of the stage right here, and I go for that. It's much easier to go for.
So, is there a time where you'd want to go? Oops, let me. Okay, is there a time where you'd want to go for that as opposed to a buffered runoff?
It depends on the character that you're fighting against. It also depends on how low they are coming back from as well. So I would say a character like Ganon, you could go like this if you want to, or you could, we'll say Mario or Cloud too. You could go like this, right? Or you can go like this and jump back onto the stage like that. I'd probably actually go for this instead.
You had a name for those, I think. I heard you say it in a video.
This is technically not really a T-spike, but that's what a T-spike would look like.
Oh, that was the word though. That was the word.
Yeah. So
T-spike.
A T-spike, realistically, is actually done from the ledge. It's like this. That's a real T-spike.
Like that?
Yeah, so you have to hang from ledge, let go, and jump on stage like that. The reason why that's a T-spike is because the player that made that famous was named T. He was a Link player. And with Link's down air, if you know, his down air lasts for like a whole second. So if you go like this with Link off stage, you literally just killed yourself. Right, so the only way you can use his spike is if you go like this and you actually bounce off the opponent, which is insanely hard to do and very risky, or you go like this, right, or not like that.
That way you're rising, and so you land
on the stage.
By the time you land, you're canceling the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
got it.
That's like a, I guess, 20-second history lesson on that. But as far as
that gives me a lot of context. I think I actually have a lot more of a feel.
So as far as knowing why would you do this instead of doing this, for me it depends on.
By the way, real quick, are you short hopping it? Are you fast falling it? What's the strat with these?
I personally short hop it, but it really depends on what your timing is like for your opponent. If they're a floatier character, you might want to go for the jump, like a full hop, just so you have more time to line it up, and then you can throw out your attack a little earlier and then fast fall it like this, right? Or if they're going to be very quick, you can just throw this out. Like, let's say if it's a character like Falco or Fox, where their up B is on a timer, or not a timer, but like it's the same speed and the same tempo every single time. If you know what it sounds like or know what it looks like, you just go like this, you just catch them for free. As far as the reason why I do this versus going like this is if I'm finding a character that has armor or super armor on their recovery and it starts quite low, there's a chance that I might actually hit them and not kill them because they're going to armor through the hit. They have armor at the beginning of their attack, right? It doesn't go from the bottom all the way to the top. So it starts to wear out or disappear towards the latter half of their up B. So at the latter
Oh, that's good to know.
yeah, so at the latter half of their up B, if I go like this, I'll catch them at basically the very end of their up B, right? So if they up B from like, let's say right here, right? If I go for that spike, there's a chance if I do the spike like right there, I might actually hit them during the armor and not kill them, right?
Okay.
Whereas if I'm right here, I'll catch them at the very end guaranteed because I'm at the very top right before they grab the ledge.
Worst case scenario, they were super close, and so they had armor by the time they clipped to the ledge, in which case you were never going to get them anyway.
Yeah, or you might
And you're
actually get a
still
two
here
frame.
on the ledge.
You might even get a two frame
that's
too,
true.
right?
Yeah, you might even get the two frame.
But the most important part about this is the fact that I'm still on stage. So if I go like this and completely miss, I can just dash out of the way. I can go like this, then shields. So if they go for like a get up attack, I can now go for like I'll smash out a shield or up B out a shield and potentially kill them. So this is why you want to stay here. And like a Pyre Mythra off stage is not great. So I'm not going to like, I don't know, jump off stage like this and then try to go for like a spike super deep, right? Or even like going for something like this. Like you're not really ever going to do that. Like you can make that, but it's not really realistic to go for. You're better off if you're going to go for something like that, maybe against a horizontal recovery, and you're going to go for a fair, right? So fair like that.
Push them back. Yeah, that makes sense. In fact, I feel like a lot of games I'll win because I just have the nerve to do it. Is something like that.
Yeah, you can go pretty far
so
out too.
that's a good like kind of line in my head to draw of like when to fair, when to dare off stage. That actually helps a little bit. Because yeah, I haven't had a lot of success with the crazy. Like, here it comes.
Yeah, like here's the
they
thing.
kind of know what's up when you're right above them.
If you notice too, like with
playing
the down air, you have to do it quite high to actually make this back. And most players are gonna, if they're out here, they're gonna recover like way down here, right? So if you try and throw it down there, you're dead. You just killed yourself.
And so
right?
with the fair, it kind of gives you a chance to actually throw something out there and still manage to make it back.
So yeah, if you're gonna go for like a fair, you can go for fair like we were doing, like jump off and go for like the double jump fair like that, or you can go for like a run off fair as well too, like this, right? And if you go like this, you can make it back onto the stage, right? Like basically right away, right?
So are you doing it like that, where you're sort of like, where you're trying to like fade away from it?
Yeah.
That's cool. I never thought about that. Huh. So yeah, you could kind of.
This is basically like a way of walling out the ledge. So you would use this against a character like Fox or Falco as they're going to side B to the ledge. You could do it against Mythra, side B to the ledge as well. If an Incineroar wanted to do that, Ganon, you could do that too. You could do it against them. You just gotta be careful because if your timing is bad against Ganon, you're gonna get chokeslammed and killed. If again, same thing with like a Captain Falcon, you could hit them, but if you mess it up, you're gonna get spiked. So you gotta be careful with that. It's mostly for characters too that are just going to, like, let's say jump, maybe try and air dodge to the ledge. Maybe they're going to jump early. If they jump and air dodge to the ledge, right, and actually get onto the stage, so like this, you could go like this, and if you happen to miss, you're right back in position to hit them again, right? So you run off, go for your back air, or so your forward air, then go to forward tilt.
Whoops.
Okay,
right I have 20 seconds to kick your butt.
What?
Here it comes.
Damn. Yeah, not the no warning. Oh, I suck.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, I'm gonna keep doing this. Yo, the winning by time. Let's go. Just gonna walk on him, see what he does. The answer is swing like a madman. Works every time. Works every time.
I'm gonna fire him a laser. Oh wait, that's you.
What if I just up tilt back air, the staple? This is all a bait. It's all the one time he does an air dodge. I'm actually suicidal, bro. I can't believe this. He just swings.
Oh, with the 360 no scope.
100%. I gotta do something out here, yo. He's fast. Not fast enough. The teabag? Well, he's actually disrespectful. I saw that.
We learned how to backdash in one place, so you know.
This is true.
It's out there.
It's my own fault. I did this to myself. I played myself.
Charizard had me in stitches.
Unless.
Oh no! Oh.
So
that was good because that was loose. So I think I got to play very organically.
Hell yeah! I was gonna say, contrary to what everyone might think, of course I was paying attention to everything that he did. So with that being said, let's start to break it down. First things first is I want to see a lot more Mythra. Okay, on the second stock, you're trying to pull out the Pyre and just try and get something going there. You were giving the little shimmy with the dash dance, and you caught me slipping one time. However, I want to see more Mithra, especially in neutral. And if you do happen to get me off stage, then sure, you can use a Pyro from like a juggle situation, stuck on a platform, stuff like that. Then the Pyro can come out for a singular tilt or back air or try and get like some sort of hard punish if it actually calls for it. The other thing I'd like to see you do a lot more with your Mithra is try and go for more combo starters. There were a lot of fairs and dash attacks coming out, which can get you stage control, and that's not terrible, but I'd rather see you go for down tilt and get that damage. More down tilts, more up tilts. 4 tilts okay, but if you're going to go for grabs too, some down throw combos as well. Even if they're just simple, just because of the way that Mithra is, if you can get 1 hit, you can definitely get 2 at least, right? And even then, getting 2 hits with Mithra is almost like a war crime, where you could get like 4 or 5. It's basically Falco.
Oh.
If I'm at 140, basically no point in going for a grab, because your grab doesn't do a whole lot for you, unless I'm super shield heavy, right? Also, if you teabag like that ever again, that's the end of the session, okay? Unless you just kill me after. Teabagging to get a kill is a true combo, so you gotta get a kill, otherwise you can't teabag.